Good morning, all of you. Myself, Chef Vikas Sharma from School of Hospitality and Tourism, Galgotia University. I welcome you in this session. The name of the course is Foundation Course in Food Production 1 and the course code is BSCH 1001. The name of the unit is Introduction to Cookery and Origin of Modern Cookery. And the topic which we are covering in this is French cookery. Students, after going through this topic or learning this topic, you will be able to understand history and evolution of French cookery, that from where the French cookery got originated, what was the history, to identify basic ingredients, spices and herbs, etc. used in traditional French cookery, and to identify various courses of French classical menu. So let us learn and proceed for the learning of French cookery and understand the basics of French cuisine. The history of French cookery. At the end of Merovingian period, the traditions of gourmets increased in France. It was the beginning of the culinary art. Viollet-le-Duc, in the course of his studies, said that kitchens for large and high-speed roasting was common dishes were cooked on the fire itself. Ovens were installed in the 12th century for preparing roasted item. From 14th century, the sauces were appreciated part of the culinary art. Menu was varied, which includes game, fish, butcher's meat, and vegetables were featured less. At the end of 16th century, Italian cooks and pastry cooks were employed. They taught and prepared number of dishes which since then remain French menu. In the 17th and 18th century, high-ranking people took great interest in food and cooks in gratitude named dishes after them. The cooking during the feast or the banquets were honored if the food was good and appreciated. If something went wrong, they were flogged in front of the guest. Confectionery and the dishes like caviar became popular. Since the end of 19th century, the French culinary art reached the highest point of perfection. Chefs like Escoffier published books on cookery, which had far-reaching influence and known throughout of the world. Now, coming on to the basic ingredients used in French cookery. For French cuisine, cooking and law are quite similar. French cooking is less complicated while cooking, whereas the garnishes served are more complex. Great emphasis is laid on sauces, and that's why it is sometimes also called as sauce cookery. Wines are used for cooking to enhance the taste, flavor, this being a unique feature of French cuisine. The most important rule is to use only the best ingredient and the proper blend of color and taste of ingredients. Garnishes and accompaniments play a key role in French cuisine and dishes are identified by them. Food items are cooked in sauces or they accompany the dishes. Great emphasis is laid on the presentation of dishes, garnishes and accompaniments which make the dish more colorful. Coming on to the basic ingredient used in French cookery, ingredients play an important role as it has a climatic variation. As in south of France, heat adds flavor and richness to the fruits, vegetables and herbs. In the northern region, finest fish is available. In central region, mushroom and hard cheese is more popular. The wines for cooking come from Bordeaux, Champagne and Brittany. The cooking medium used is butter, olive oil or salad oil. Thus, the dishes are not greasy but give lightness to the taste. Spices and herbs give flavor and taste. Some of the spices and herbs are parsley, celery, basil, thyme, tarragon, rosemary, chives, shallots, paprika, peppermint, nutmeg, etc. Some of the popular continental vegetables are asparagus, artichokes, aubergines, cicale, Brussels, sprouts, broccoli, bell peppers, etc. A meal is completed with potatoes. They also accompany the main dishes. The main dishes consist of flesh foods such as lamb, beef, veal, pork, chicken, duck, turkey, fish, etc. Cheese is extensively used and can be used as a base of the dish, garnished with soup and blended with sauce or grated, and sprinkled on the top of the dishes and gratinated. Cheese in French can be served as a separate course during the meal called fromage. Almost every region of France has its own cheese. Some of the popular, one of the Camembert, Brie, Roquefort, etc. Red wine and white wine are used for cooking. Wine is much more than just a flavor agent. It gives unmatchable flavor to the dish, which is used as marinades and act as a tenderizer for the tough meat cuts. The French people used to eat their food or consume their food on course basis. That means they don't used to eat the food in a one go. They eat the food course by course, step by step, I would say. So as per that, the first course in the French classical 17-course French classical menu is hors d'oeuvres. They are also called as appetizer. Are of spicy in nature in order to stimulate the appetite for the dishes that are to follow in the courses. In the recent years, hors d'oeuvres have gained popularity and now appear on most of the menus in modest eating places. Served from a rotating trolley or a tray, small amount of each variety being placed on the plate to make up a portion. Potage is the second course in the French classical menu. They are also called as soup in English. Soup also acts as an appetizer for the further courses to come. Soups like clear soup and the other thick soups are served during this course. Although it must be noted that the clear soup is always placed first on the menu. So generally, if you are serving hors d'oeuvres, then hors d'oeuvres will be your first course and potage will be the second course. But if you don't have hors d'oeuvres in your menu, then automatically the potage will become the first course of your menu. Some of the examples of potage are consomme julienne, consomme celestine, green pea soup, etc. Oofs are the third course. They are also known as egg. So in this course, generally egg dishes are served. Oofs are the dishes made from the egg. There are many styles of cooking and preparation of egg, such as boiled and poached or scrambled. This course is not included in the dinner menu. So mainly this course is included in your breakfast menu. Example of some of the egg dishes are omelette spagnol, omelette aux tomatoes, omelette aux champignons, oofs poached Florentine. Fourth course is farinaceous course. So in this course, generally we serve pasta and rice. This is Italy's contribution to the course of the menu. It includes different kinds of rice and pasta. Pasta dishes are spaghetti, lasagna and gnocchi. There are more than 200 varieties of pasta available in the world. The ingredients, size, shape and color determine the type of pasta. Example, spaghetti Napolitan, ravioli, cannelloni, gnocchi and spaghetti bolognese. So these are certain examples of pasta dishes which has been served in this course. Next course is poisson. Poisson are the dishes in which the fish is served. Fish, being soft, fibered, prepares the palate for the heavier meats that follow. Ideal fish for dinner menu compilation are sole, salmon, halibut, scallops, etc. Rarely seen on a menu for the evening meal are cod, bass, haddock, brill, hack and play. Some of the examples of fish dishes are sole meunier, sole colber, sole cuba, darne the salmon grill, sauce bierne, homard Newburg. So these are certain examples of poisson course in which we serve the fish dishes. Next course is entree. This is the first meat course from which you are entering into the main course food. They are well garnished dishes, with some of them the kitchen ready for service. They are always accompanied by very rich gravy or sauce when releve follow entree. Then potatoes and vegetables are not served with the latter. If, however, releve does not follow the entree, they could be served with the dish. So that means if the entree is followed by releve, that is the other course which we will study in the next slide. If releve is following up, then the potatoes and vegetables are not served. But if only entree is being served, then you can serve potato and vegetable dishes with the entree. Some of the examples are poulet sauté Cheshire, supreme de volaille, steak Dane, Chateaubriand. So these are some of the examples of entree. The next course, that is 7th course, is sorbet. Now because of the length of the French classical menu, this course is considered to be the rest between the courses. So that means you can take a little break in between your eating. It counteracts the previous dishes and rejuvenate the appetite for those that are to follow. It is the water and crushed ice slush flavored as a rule with champagne and served in a glass. Some of the examples are lemon sorbet, champagne sorbet, peach sorbet and raspberry sorbet. Not only this, but you can also serve cigars and cigarettes in this course, as it is considered as one of the rest course. 8th course is releve. This is the main meat course in the menu. Releves are normally larger than entree and take the form of butcher joints which have to be carved. These joints are normally roasted. A sauce or a roast gravy with potatoes and green vegetables are served along with these dishes. The dish may contain any of the following, that is lamb, chicken, beef, duckling, veal, fowl, ham, tongue and pork. Some of the examples of releve are contrefilet, the boeuf roti à l'anglaise, carré, the agneau roti, cozzo, the pork roti puri, the pomace. So these are some of the examples of releve course. So it is generally a main meat course in which the large joints of meat are served. The 9th course in the French classical menu is roti. At this stage, the balance of the courses is gradually returning from heavy to light. Roast always contains roast of game or poultry, that is chicken, turkey, duck, quail, etc. Each dish is accompanied by its own particular sauce and gravy, with a green salad served separately on a crescent-shaped dish. Example of roti are roast chicken, braised duck, roast quail, etc. 10th course is legumes, which is also called as vegetables. We now have a vegetable dish served only with its accompanying sauces. These are the vegetable dishes that can be served separately as an individual course or may be included along with the entree, releve or roast courses. Examples of legumes are pomes au feu, cauliflower mornay, vegetable au gratin, etc. The 11th course is salad course, in which various types of salads are served. For example, salad francaise, that is lettuce, tomato, egg and vinaigrette dressing. salad worth, that is lettuce, watercress, cucumber and green pepper. And various other salads can also be served in this course. Next 12th course is buffet fry, which is also called as cold buffet. In this, the cold meat cuts are served and they are chilled pieces. Examples of buffet fry items are pule roti, that is roast chicken, ham in parsley aspic, canton roti, mayonnaise the homard. The 13th course is entremet, which is also called as sweet course. Entremet on a menu refers to dessert. This could include hot or cold sweets, gâteaux, soufflés or ice creams. Example, crêpe suzette, peach melba. The 14th course is savory course, a dish of a pungent taste such as anchovies on toast or pickled fruit. They are served hot on toast or a savory souffle. Welsh rarebit, Scotch woodcock, canapé dinah are some of the examples. The 15th course is fromage. Fromage is an alternative to the outdated savory course and may be served before or after the sweet course. In this course, we serve the cheese. It is usually served with butter, crackers and occasionally celery. All type of cheese may be offered together with appropriate accompaniments. The ideal cheese board will combine hard, semi-hard, soft or cream blue and fresh cheese. Example, cheddar, Edam, brie and ricotta. 16th course is dessert. In this we cut the fruits and nuts. Dessert is a course that typically comes at the end of a meal. All forms of fresh fruits and nuts may be served in this course. Common desserts include cakes, cookies, fruits, pastries and candies. All forms of fresh fruit platter, all forms of dry fruits, nuts may be served as accompaniment by castor sugar and salt. And the 17th and last course is beverage. So all types of hot or cold beverage like tea, coffee, etc. are served in this course. Always remember that while compiling menus, beverages are not counted as a course. Examples are coffee, and we have different types of coffees: iced, filter, specialty, decaffeinated, cafe 3, and tea in Indian style, grey, Darjeeling, orange, etc. All these can be served in this course. So after going through this session and gathering the knowledge of French cookery as well as French classical menu in detail, there are certain sample questions which arise or which can be made from this session, such as briefly explain the history and evolution of French cookery, list down various vegetables and fruits used in French cookery, list down the name of various spices and herbs used in French cookery, briefly explain the role of wine in French cuisine, briefly explain the role of cheese in French cookery, list down the name of 17-course French classical menu with example, identify and define the following: hors d'oeuvres, potage, farinaceous, poisson, define entrée and relevé with example, define entremet and buffet fry with example, define savory and fromage relevé with example. So students, certain questions which has arisen which can be taken out from this session, but they are not the only questions. There are many more questions which can be made from this session, but these are certain sample questions which we have tried to serve to you. I hope that you have gathered the knowledge through this session, and we will be looking forward to have you all in the next coming session. Thank you for hearing me. Have a nice day.